Hello.
Hello.
Wait, how do I start this? Oh.
This morning, total disaster. Make it up! Do it wrong, just do it. You're in trouble today. If you don't get those lyrics, there's no way you can make it through. Make up a lyric, please. Make something up.
We will.
All right, don't yell. I'm sensitive.
Stop yelling at us.
A lot of them are sinking right now.
Using loud.
Oh my God! What? Uh-oh. You should call yourselves the Forgetfuls. Now, one of you had the lyric right, and I thought you were going to be safe, and then you messed up too.
Okay. Thank you.
Please, please, please go work.
The song, I just have to say, is underwhelming for me.
The whole song or your son?
The whole song. If you could do it better or different or something to go like...
You think we could do that?
Listen, you're not going to get to run it again. Do your group mates like that?
I don't know.
I would talk to them unless you don't care about them, and then you should just do it. Where do you want the band in? Where do you want
come back in at the chorus for the my mama told her.
Okay, you better be on pitch.
I am.
Oh, the words. Get this kid a plane ticket. Oh my God. Total disaster.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. And on the highway of regret, the winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. Ooh. make you feel my love.
When I think of an accompanist, I think of this man. Years back when I was still in college, I would see him playing on television. And then I would go to a concert and there he was playing for one of the singers. And I also had a friend who said, hey, I'm working with Michael Orland. His roots go so deep into the historic weave of music. That sounded so, but it's true. I mean, he's done so many things and worked with so many people, and was one of his biggest hits was being a part of the iconic TV show American Idol for 16 seasons as pianist, arranger, vocal coach, and associate musical director, Michael Orland.
You make it sound so professional.
Oh my God, please.
Oh, hi, David.
Hi, Michael.
I'm so happy to see you and finally get to do something together with you.
I
After all
know.
these years.
I know. And, and I was telling all the students at Performing Arts Studio West, Michael Orland is coming on. And they went, ah!
That's very sweet. I know those kids are really amazing.
Well, we have grown to like over 100 students now.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's great. It's great. And I mean, on TV, they're doing this, that, and the other. It's great.
Absolutely.
So
they're well represented.
Yes. So I mean, you're one of the hardest working people in show business. When do you get a chance to breathe?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, this pandemic for all of us has been a little bit of a breath of air and a little change of pace and all that stuff. I mean, I was traveling all over the place. I was at the airport a couple days a week, going somewhere or another place, and going to New York and going to one of my dear friend, Dr. Gruber, Stacy Gruber's place in Boston, because we were writing like once a month, and it was just like literally, I literally was at the airport three times a week, and when this all hit, I literally had come home March 11th. I had just done a show I did a show on March 8th with Lucy Arnaz in Palm Springs. And then I flew the next morning to meet Kristen Chenoweth in Raleigh, North Carolina. And not Raleigh, somewhere else in North Carolina. And we came home the next day after the show on the 11th. And then of course, everything hit. So I have had some downtime, believe me, but we've all had to adjust.
Yeah.
And so now like 90% of my students are all online on FaceTime, on Zoom and whatever. And it's become a way of life. I mean, you have to now you have to have a camera and you have to have some good lighting and you have to have a microphone and all that stuff. But I'll work it out soon.
Oh yeah, right. No, you've got it worked out. But at least you're getting a little rest right now.
No, absolutely. And right a month before the pandemic started, I had my very old, very big old dog had passed away. She lived to 16 and a half, which was like unbelievable. Ooh. And she passed away. And literally a month before the pandemic, I rescued a new dog, and I'm so thankful that I did that then. I mean, we've had a lot of issues together, but she is the sweetest dog in the world. But I'm so thankful, because I don't know if I would have made it without that dog. And I know a lot of people that were trying to rescue dogs during all of this, and there was, thankfully nothing available.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy I had my girl Jinx with me, and she's everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have company during this time.
Oh, it's the best, and that's all I need. Saves on cologne and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
She doesn't make me wear cologne.
Oh, yeah. Oh, She doesn't?
No, she's all right.
I'm going to throw out a name. See
Okay.
where it takes you. Mary Poppins.
Oh my God. Well, you know, Mary Poppins is the story, you know, as my mom tells it, and my dad too, that's the movie that changed my life. When I guess it came out in 1964, so I was 3 years old. And I literally, my mother took me, my father took me, all my grandmothers took, both my grandmothers took me, my aunts and uncles. I like literally made everybody take me to that movie. And we had a baby grand piano in my house that belonged to my grandmother Dorothy. And I used to sit at the piano all the time. And my mom says how the first time she took me, I literally came home and started, you know, playing like by ear, you know. I was going to use two hands, but I don't think I did then. And so I literally, and I became obsessed with that movie. And I just literally, and so when I turned 4, my mother took me to piano lessons and to a piano teacher in my hometown who was one of my mentors. Shirley Siegel was her name. And she said, no, 4, too young. And my mother's like, sit down. And so I started playing and she's like, okay, we'll start right now. So, and that was it. And it led me to take piano lessons and I loved it. And I mean, that movie really, I mean, and now, of course, the thing I love, and I tell this to students all the time, like who want to sing or do anything, Shirley would not let me play show tunes and movie songs and pop songs. I wanted to play Barry Manilow and Elton John, and she made me learn classical only. And I really, especially for the piano, I think that's such a basis for everything you have to do.
Yeah.
So I was happy that she did that, but Mary Poppins changed my life. Now I was just talking to somebody else and I heard them say that same story. And I was just watching an interview with somebody. Oh, with Sam Harris. I was watching Sam Harris was doing an interview and he said how that movie changed his life. I was like, wow. I thought I was the only one.
No, I mean, that was the year I was born. So it's sort of a part of me in that way. But
Of course.
My first movie was Peter Pan.
Oh, was it?
I can fly, I can fly, I can fly.
That's so funny, yeah. Oh my God, I don't know. I hope you don't have to play royalties on all these songs I'm playing.
I hope not. Otherwise, I'll be knocking at your door.
You just come running to me. We'll get my lawyer on it, really.
Oh, okay, good. So you play piano, you're an arranger, you're a vocal coach, a songwriter, a musical director. I know this is sort of probably a stupid question. What do you like most?
You know, I mean, I love the interaction that I get to have with people. So I definitely love the coaching thing. I mean, I love playing piano. I tell people like, I'm not saying that I'm bad technically. I'm saying that what I lack in technical, because I didn't go to college for music. My family made me go to study accounting because I loved numbers and math. And so I always said, if I don't get a job because I didn't have a music degree, that I would go back to school. And thankfully it never happened. However, like, so some of the things that I've technically taught myself because I didn't go to school for it.
Yeah.
I sometimes say, hey, I might not play every single one of those notes in that run, but to a singer I'm working with, I'm going to breathe with you, or a student of mine, I am going to, whatever you do, I'm going to follow you. And I think if you talk to any singer that I play for, they would say that, you know, that's my thing. And I'm like, I've never really worked with a singer that's like going, can you play that on the page? What's on the page, please? You know, because I'm literally breathing with them.
And that's what you're known for. Everybody who mentioned, you know, when I mentioned your name, that you are so, you said it, you breathe with them, you go with them.
It's all I know how to do. So I consider myself more of an accompanist than a pianist. I mean, I can play piano and I can do whatever. I've played at private parties. I've done all that stuff as a solo pianist. Do I ever want to do a concert by myself? No, unless I, you know, do the Victor Borge story or something. I'm not interested. But here's the thing: is that I love playing for people. I love that, and I love a singer who is not so set in their ways that they can find a different way to interpret a song one night just because I'm going to be on my toes and listening to every single thing they say and sing. You know what I mean? And like, It's my favorite part of the job. And you know, the other thing for me with my students and with all the contestants on American Idol for the first 16 seasons that I worked on it, when it was, you know, in its heyday, you know, we never had time to give students a, you know, or the contestants a voice lesson or work on technique things with them. I always thought my specialty was building someone's confidence and to watch somebody get more and more confident every week. And I do that with my students. I do it with the people I play for. And I just want them to be so comfortable. Like you watch these inexperienced singers on American Idol who never did anything but sing at a karaoke bar or in church,
Yeah.
and you watch them get more and more confident every week. It's everything. It's the
Well,
most important
that's
thing.
another thing about you. I mean, even the few times that I've had you play for me, you always lift up. You always bring this positive energy to who you're playing for. So you help them, like, yeah, you give them inspiration.
Thanks. It's my favorite thing to do. I mean, besides whiskers on kittens and stuff, it's one.
It's scares, yeah, a little hair. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So
So seriously, so I guess it's fun to do all those things, but playing for a singer is my favorite thing.
now you played for Ann Miller, correct?
How about that? I mean, I was Ann Miller was gonna do I forgot if it was which order it was in, but Ann Miller was doing that amazing um um revival
Sugar Babies? No.
Follies when
Oh,
they did it
Follies.
when they did it in at the Paper Mill Playhouse, and it was like unbelievable. And she had to learn the song I'm Still Here. And so her agent, my friend Scott, texted me to, you know, text me. He called me and said, I don't think we texted back then. And he said, can you teach Ann Miller this song? And I literally became obsessed with her. We used to go out to dinner together, and she's just was so lovely. And then she made her debut at the Hollywood Bowl when she was like 82 or something, and I got to play piano for her with this huge Philharmonic. It was a thrill, and we did 3 nights, all sold out. Like I think we played to 51,000 people in 3 nights, and it was such a thrill. And she could not have been lovelier or sweeter, and just you know just such a thrill.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I learned so much from those people too. You know, like the Ann Millers and the Kay Ballards and the Shecky Green and all those people that have been doing this for so long, and even you know, just like you learn so much from them. You know, and I just was like a sponge, and I just wanted to learn everything, and you know, all that stuff.
Well, and all the people the names you mentioned, and of course, Jennifer Holliday, Clay Aiken, Carrie Underwood, all from American Idol.
Right, all from America. Yeah, I mean, I got to work with all those kids. Like I listen, I can't take credit for any of the successes because the one thing about American Idol is that they always had a management team in place because they wanted these kids to have life after Idol. But all the ones that are working still to this day, I don't care how big or small they are or whatever, if they're still working and making a living in show business, it's because they have a great work ethic, and that's the one common thread. Nobody's faking it. I mean, they are all working hard, and those are the ones. I love to say I had a little piece in their beginning. I say I have like this much, but so thrilling to watch. You know, after season 4, when Carrie Underwood just became one of the biggest, and she is one of the biggest in country music right now.
Right.
So,
It's interesting too, because I was going to say, if you were going to say to an up and coming singer, like somebody from the school or anybody watching this, what to do, and I didn't even have to ask the question because you said it, work ethic and coming from here.
it's listen. I would, you know, I know we've tried to coordinate, and I will get to your school so I can meet these students and do all that when we're back in person.
Yeah.
But it is everything about a work ethic. All those kids on American Idol, the ones that did well on that show were the ones that you saw listening to the recording we just made of their piano track so they could learn their song, not the ones that were in the hallway talking to their boyfriend, girlfriend, mother, father, grandparent, uncle, you know, doing a newspaper article. They all, every single one of those kids that won were just, they were such hard workers. And you know, listen, the show isn't what it used to be because nobody watches TV anymore like that. But those people were the first, 8 or 10 years, 30 million people a night were watching that show, two nights a week. I mean, like, you don't have that anymore. And it's just, it's unreal. But there is not one person. I've worked with a lot of big, huge people, and I won't even have to drop any names. I'm just going to say the one thing I see between all of them, the really big ones, are they love to rehearse. They rehearse nonstop. Like I'm like, you want to rehearse that again? Yes. Can you come back again? I want to go over it. I want to know it so well. They love to rehearse, and they put the work in. They put the work in, and I'll drop some names later, but somebody I just got to work with recently. I mean, it was a thrill for me. I'd never met her in all my years. I was a big fan, but I never got to meet her and work with her until a few months ago when I've been working with her. And I mean, we rehearsed for this one song like for 3 weeks, and she's just like, I go, you want to rehearse again? I'm so excited. She's like, yes, I want to know what's going on when I get in that studio. You know what I mean? It's like, and I have that with somebody else that I work with.
Can you say the initials? No.
PL for the one I'm talking about.
Oh!
Patty LuPone. I'm not kidding, but I actually said to her, because Patty LuPone, and I love everybody I work with. I don't care who they are or what place they are in the spectrum of scale, or of how big or whatever, how big their theater they play in. It does nothing for me. But to watch somebody like Patty LuPone and Kristen Chenoweth. Kristen Chenoweth did a show 2 summers ago at the Hollywood Bowl, and I wasn't playing for her. She has an amazing musical director I do all the dates that she can't do, that her musical director can't do, which has been a lot of them lately. Yep. But Kristen did a show at the Hollywood Bowl, and Mary Mitchell Campbell, who's a brilliant musical director, conductor, works on Broadway all the time. She's in New York, so I'm out here in LA with Kristen, and Kristen we must have rehearsed. She said, I want to rehearse a couple times for my show at the Hollywood Bowl. So we rehearsed twice, and she goes, can you come back tomorrow? I want to do it again. I go, yeah, but you know it perfectly. She goes, I know, I just want to run it. I just want to keep running it. That is why that I've never seen her, and I've gone all over the country, and we went to London together, played the Palladium.
Yeah.
The two of us on stage. I've never seen her have a bad show. And because she's so rehearsed and well prepped, like that, nothing can go wrong. And when something does, she's so well rehearsed that she can handle it. I saw her forget the lyrics to Over the Rainbow in front of 17,000 people at the Hollywood Bowl that night. And she made it work. She was hysterical and made it work. And you know what I mean? Like, that's a pro. And that's somebody who there's nothing that can go wrong, even when something does go wrong.
Right. Well, that's where the improv classes come in handy too.
that too. But a lot of it too, and this is for your students too, a lot of the and we used to make this with all the American Idol kids too. It's like, if you don't let anybody know you made a mistake, most of the time nobody's going to know you made a mistake. It's when you freak out and go, oh my God, and then we see something's wrong, and we have something to talk to you about and say, uh-oh, how'd that happen? Why'd that happen?
You sense that change of energy. It's like I was coaching someone the other day, and they got so into their head, and they went, and I went, no, I didn't even know there was anything wrong until you.
That's the thing. You wouldn't have even known unless they indicated it for you. And I've done that with songs that I knew so well, and somebody did something. If they didn't let me know, I just thought maybe they did that on purpose. I love it. That was really cool. It's like when they let you know, and you can jump on it then, but it's a great life lesson too.
So how many songs have you written? I know you've written.
I mean, I've written a lot of songs. I will say my most prolific song that I did the best on is a song that I co-wrote with my friend Judy Quay and the very talented and beautiful Miss Rosalind Kind, that we performed on The Nanny. Now, we did that in the early 90s. And I'm just going to tell you, you gonna surprise me?
What?
Nothing. I'm going to tell you, that song we did on The Nanny was where is she?
Where are you?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hi, darling girl. Hello, and it's time to play Name That Tune. Today's guest is Kristen Chenoweth. Name that tune, Chris.
Okay. Before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. Next. Really?
Name that tune.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay. Next. Really?